Hey guys, Panda1712 here. So, as of a few weeks ago, the FNAF 2 movie dropped, and I guess spoiling my review of the movie, I thought the movie was absolute peak. You know, we had the great animatronics, great cast, and all that. And in today's video, me, and my good friend of the channel, Apple, will be covering the FNAF 2 movie and our reviews on what we thought of the movie, what we thought of the cast and the characters and animatronics and everything like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into the review. So first, we're going to start with the spoiler-free review for me. I personally thought the movie was good, without getting into specific characters or anything yet. I thought the movie was good. I felt like the pacing was good for most of the movie. I will say the later half of the movie does get very rushed. Like, it is very fast. Like, it just sort of like things just happen and just keep happening, Like, it's a very, very, very fast ending section. But I'd say the most of the movie is very well paced. Like, for the beginning and middle sections of the movie, it's pretty well paced. Of course, the cast is all great. Everyone in the film did fantastic. Josh Hutcherson, Matthew Lillard, Elizabeth Lael, Piper Rubio, they all did great. Obviously, without getting into other specific characters or actors and their acting just yet. We'll talk about that in the spoiler section. But not getting into them just yet, I thought the acting, like all of the actors did a phenomenal job in the movie. The animatronics, obviously Jim Henson's Creature Shop did a wonderful job on all of the animatronics. Like, genuinely, they were all so good. And I will say the cameos in the movie, without spoiling who specifically made cameos in the movie, all the cameos in the movie were super good. I loved all the cameos. Certain characters, certain memes or something like that, make appearances, and it's wonderful. All of the cameos are great. And I guess in summary, the movie was, I thought it was good. Pacing, could have been better. Cast and animatronics and everything like was great. And overall, I would give the movie a 8.5 out of 10. I think there was some room for improvement. It wasn't perfect. Nothing is perfect, obviously. There's definitely some room for improvement, but I think the movie overall was pretty good.
Okay, yeah, so this movie is definitely a major improvement from the last one. I'm going to start off with a spoiler-free review here, just because I don't want to get to the main topic already. We'll do the spoilers in the second part later, where you guys can actually hear about it. If you don't want to hear about it, if you haven't seen the movie yet, that's your choice. You can go. You can see the movie first. But right now, let's talk about the spoiler-free review. So, my thoughts are more animatronics, obviously, more lore, a lot more lore. Yeah, definitely. More hidden secrets, more Easter eggs, and a secret character that was not expected to actually show up. I wonder who that could be. No, I'm kidding. You guys will find out later. But yeah, it's 10 times more terrifying, more jump scares, more. The story plot is definitely, the plot of this movie, it's definitely a lot more interesting than the last one, since Mike, Vanessa, and Abby, they're going to go through some pretty hard stuff. And of course, there's some new villain in this one. It's not William Afton this time. No, he's locked. He's trapped. Bro is cooked. It's a new character. It's someone you might not have expected. Actually, maybe you might have expected, but that's just from my end. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that person to be the main antagonist, but they did a very good job performing how the whole plot works, how they twisted the thing, how they twisted the whole events, how they manipulated certain people. And that's pretty much all there is for the spoiler-free review. So those are my thoughts on all of this.
Thank you, Apple, for your spoiler-free review. And now we will be on to the spoiler section. Here's your only warning. We will be talking full spoilers here. Characters, animatronics, cameos, things like that. So this is your only warning. In 3, 2, 1, Circus Baby's in the movie. Alright, so I guess we should talk about that first. Circus Baby makes a cameo in the movie. My goodness, that is the most insane cameo. that I was not expecting in the slightest. Like, I can't believe that Circus Baby was actually in the movie. Genuinely. It was so nuts seeing her. Like, it makes sense that she's there. But at the same time, it's still just crazy that they built a full animatronic for what was effectively like a 2-second cameo, you know? So, you know, hopefully she gets used more. I mean, obviously she's going to be used more in future movies, like a Sister Location movie and stuff like that. But hopefully she gets more screen time, like just, you know, in general, you know? Like, just because they built a whole animatronic, you know? So, yeah. I guess here we can get into the writing more in depth. I think the writing was fine. It was a little cheesy in certain parts, especially with, you know, the big villain Michael Afton of the the big villain of the movie. I felt like his writing was kind of cheesy, but I think some of the cheesy writing did, like cheesy, cringe, you know, Disney level writing, did sort of add to the movie, you know. Now, of course, let's get into the cast. I think all the cast members did a phenomenal job. Of course, Josh Hutcherson is Mike Schmidt, Elizabeth Lail is Vanessa, Piper Rubio is Abby. You know, they all did great. Matthew Lillard obviously did phenomenal as Afton, even if he didn't get as much screen time, you know. And he didn't do any lines for Springtrap just yet. We saw him in the post-credit scene and, you know, the super sick cameo, but he obviously hasn't recorded any lines for Springtrap just yet. We'll have to hear him in, obviously, FNAF 3, where Springtrap will be most prevalent. Obviously, he did great. Skeet as Henry, phenomenal casting choice, and he did great in the movie as well, even if he also only got a little bit of screen time. And his speech at the end was also really cool. It definitely reminded me of, like, the Connection Terminated speech and stuff like that. So, you know, casting and actors all did good. I guess we should also get into Michael Afton, Freddie Carter. I think his acting was phenomenal. You know, he did really good. Of course, the lines are a bit, you know, Disney-level villain writing, but he did a good job performing for those lines. You know, he did a good job, even if the lines are kind of, you know, goofy, you know? Like, Freddy crushes bones, you know, stuff like that. I'd say... Oh, yeah, also, I forgot to mention, the cameos in the movie. All of them are so good. Obviously, Corey returns as a taxi driver, you know, Corey Kenshin, great guy, awesome cameo. Doug, the lawyer from the first movie, returns. You know, everyone loves Doug, so it's great. He had his big comeback in this film. The plushie at the start, that you know, Josh Hutcherson squeezes and he goes, you know, that's so good. Love that one. All the cameos in the movie are just so good. So yeah, I'd say, you know, in conclusion, the movie was good. It had writing flaws, and again, the pacing could have been better. I think all of the actors did a phenomenal job, especially the Afton actors all did really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Elizabeth Lail did a really good job with Vanessa, you know, with like the trauma and PTSD of William Afton and stuff like that. I feel like she did a really good job performing for that role and everything like that. So all the Afton actors did great, you know, the Henry, Emily, Skeet, you know, phenomenal. Jim Hinton's Creature Shop with the animatronics, all amazing. And yeah, the movie was good. Could you know, use some improvements. So yeah, but I felt the movie was good. 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, yeah, so like 3 weeks after the freaking movie, or like 4 weeks after, we're doing the spoiler review. Sorry to keep you waiting, gang the link. But this is my opinion. Here's the following. I personally thought this movie was like significantly better, especially with like the new added characters like Circus Baby, bro, and freaking Shadow Bonnie, only for a split second though. If y'all are planning to watch the movie at home since it's not in theaters anymore, I would advise you to keep your eyes peeled, because he will make an appearance in a scene where you least expect it. So pay attention to that. Oh man, bro, they look so good. Both of them look good. Circus Baby looks absolutely fantastic. And yeah, so even though the withered, what kind of made me upset is that the withered animatronics didn't really get too much screen time. Bonnie only like showed up in the bed for like 5 seconds, and Mike just proceeded to shut the door on him completely. Like, what the heck, bro? Like, what the heck is that? But the withereds look very accurate. All the animatronics look accurate. I personally like obviously, you know, the plots, all those animatronics, the toy animatronics are great. Although Kellen's toy Freddy voice sounds more like a glam rock Freddy, if you ask me. But yeah, the toy animatronics look really good. Mad Pat, fellas, that is not Mad Pat, bro. I'm gonna say that right now before any of you jump into conclusions. That's not Mad Pat, okay? That's not Mad Pat. That is freaking that's just toy body, man. There's no Mad Pat here, all right? You guys got me. Yeah, I know you got me. Yeah, that is not Mad Pat. That is not Mad Pat at all. That's just toy body. I know they wanted him to make him sound like toy body, but at least like give us a little Mad Pat here and there. I personally thought like I like the plot. Like, let's talk about Michael Afton now. No, that is not Jeremy Fitzgerald that some of you may have suspected. I mean, I guess I thought of I thought it was Fitzgerald too at the beginning, but no, it's Michael Afton, fellas. That is Michael, the Freddy Carter Afton. I like his role in the movie. I like what he does to sort of like manipulate everyone, because he got Aunt Jane's interest into rekindling like their interest in Freddy's and whatnot. You know, he got them back into Freddy's. So he got Mike there, Abby there. He controlled all the animatronic, well, except for Puppet, of course. Like Puppet sometimes was just against him. Like when freaking Lisa was just down and dead, he just like she just went after him like that. But no, obviously, like at the end, it was a very serious and hype scene for the final, like the final scene, like the final fight of the movie, which I'll talk about in a bit. Oh yeah, and spoiler alert, obviously, if it wasn't already obvious, Springtrap is in the post-credit scene. Like, come on, bro, he looks absolutely amazing, man. They wrapped him in wrapping paper, of course, but in that scene. But you guys can watch like Dako's behind the scene video. They revealed so much of him. He looks fantastic, man. He looks absolutely insane, bro. And yeah, I like Michael Afton's role. He definitely played like a huge role there. Like Freddy Carter, he just seemed like a more senile Disney villain that like for all I care, you know. But no, Afton was just absolutely crazy, bro. He was absolutely crazy. Like too many deaths, too much like lore, too much plot, man. The movie overall was just insane. I freaked out when Circus Baby appeared. Like, she looks absolutely amazing. And who knows? Maybe we could get a sister location movie or something. No, actually, no, I don't know. They only wanted to make 3 movies, but let's hope they actually make a 3rd. All right, chat. That's going to be like... Yeah, so to wrap it up, I'm just going to give my final thoughts. The movie was great. Michael Afton was great. Freddy Carter played really well. Of course, as you would expect. It's Freddy Carter, come on now. But other than that, I'd say just watch the movie at home. Like, if you have the chance, if you have the time. It's not going to disappoint, guys, I promise that. It's not going to disappoint, it's going to deliver. Like, he was absolutely crazy, bro. Such a big role in that movie. Like, you know, Freddy Carter, yet again. That's all I have to say from my end.
Thank you, Apple, for the spoiler review. And with that will officially be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed our reviews. If you guys would like to see any other videos from the channel, or if you guys have any suggestions on any videos I should make in the future, you can leave them in the comments below. If you guys want to check out other places where I post content, you can check out my Twitter/X account and my TikTok account, which are both linked in the description below. If you guys want to chat with moderators or anything like that, or other channel members, you guys can join the community Discord server, linked in the description below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to support the channel in other ways, you guys can like the video and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video coming later this week. Goodbye, everyone.